I'm Stella. I'm Mila. And when we first met Rena, she was a bouncy looking freshman and I was a moody 7th grader on a bus. And I was a terrified 8th grader and she was a sophomore in the marching band. And we had absolutely no idea that she would become like a big sister to both of us. Rena is kind of hard to describe as a person. She's funny, strong, and an incredible drum major. But we think one of the most remarkable things about her is the fact that when she decides to do something, nothing can stop her. Another thing about Rena is that she's an amazing listener. She has been there for us through absolutely everything. And even though she does 3 lifetimes worth of work and activities, she never hesitates to take care of everyone around her and offer advice, especially us. Rena, we know that you're going to do great things in college and beyond. And we hope you know that no matter how far away you'll be, you will always be a part of us. From all the memories you've made, like singing the national anthem while watermelon off the building, or the time you saved from a flying couch on the highway to your music case slowly seeping into ours. And now, without further ado, Rena, Isabella, Hey guys, as they said, my name is Rena, and I have been at the Amateur School for Young Leaders since 2018. And every single day I've been here, I've questioned if I was enough. If I was good enough, smart enough, confident enough. Every single day I have questioned my worth, and there hasn't been many days where I could look you in the eyes and say, yes, I am enough. As a kid, I was put into the GET program, which was also known as like the Gifted and Talented program, and it was for the kids that were like above average smart. And to be honest, the only thing I remember from it was that I was put into a book club and it sucked. But up until 7th grade, school had never really challenged me. In 7th grade, I was moved 2 years up in math, and my feeling of worth flew out the window, which doesn't make much sense because I was in the smart kid class. But in actuality, it was the first time the class had genuinely challenged me. It was the first time I failed a test, the first time I had been a tutoring, the first time I wasn't the smartest one in the room. And it was confusing. All of a sudden, I felt like I wasn't as good as everyone else. I started questioning my worth and who I was, and when COVID hit, that did not help at all. But when I would come to school, I would constantly compare myself to everyone else. I never felt like I was good enough to get into school, and this mindset of not being good enough followed me everywhere. And it also led me to try to do everything to prove I was enough. I was always trying to be helped and be early and be 15 steps ahead so that I could feel like I was doing enough. So when everyone saw it as me being a hard worker, it was just me trying to prove myself to myself. And this mentality put me into a bad place. It made me into this delicate time bomb that when I didn't score well on a test or an assignment, my self-worth just went down the drain, and I just felt like I wasn't good enough to be here. But it also made me angry at myself. Like I wouldn't be failing if I studied more or practiced more or if I had just done more. So in those times, I would block my friends out of my life and become the shell of a person who had one goal, to be enough. But that sucks. It sucks to constantly have your self-worth be determined by something else. My junior year of high school, I earned the position of one of the drum majors of the band. It was something I had wanted to do since my freshman year, but it was something that I had stopped myself from trying out for because I thought I wasn't enough. But when I earned this role, I put my whole heart into it. Band has always been something that I loved and treasured, and getting to lead the thing that has saved me so many times put parts of my life into perspective. A lot of things happened your junior year, and it was tough balancing everything, but it made me realize what was important to me. I really realized how much band meant to me and how putting in all of this work didn't seem like a job, but more like an opportunity to give back to the program that had given me so much. Band has given me opportunities like no other and mentors I can't imagine my life without. So when I earned the position of drum major, I knew I wanted to be like the leaders that I admired for my freshman year. When the color guard had rehearsal, I would show up and really kids' names, and when the band camp started, I made sure I felt like she was never enough. I became this girl who finally felt whole. And it wasn't because someone told me I was doing a good job or because I aced a test. It was because I was surrounded by people I loved in a community that had taken me and loved me even when times were hard. I've spent so much of my life feeling like I had something to prove and that if I just worked harder, I would hit this impossible standard. Staying up all night trying to finish a project never made me feel full. It just made me feel tired. But when I focused on the people I had around me and the programs that loved me and completely changed my life, I felt complete. In this last year of my life, my mentality has changed completely. I've gone from being a person who didn't believe she was enough to being a person who knows her worth and is proud of everything she does. I've stopped second guessing if I was good enough for everything I've earned, and I've begun to do things not just for others, but for myself as well. I've become less of a people pleaser, and while that has definitely upset some people, it has been healthy for me in the long run. I don't do things that aren't healthy for me anymore just because I should. I treasure my mental health over an award or a grade, because no matter what a number says,
piece of paper, that doesn't change the fact that I am enough. While some days are harder than others, and I still often go back to that place of not feeling like I'm enough, I'm in a better mental place than I have been since I've started at this school. And yeah, it took years and a lot of effort, but it's been worth it. But what I want to share with you is that you are enough, and you don't have to be in the top 10% or get an 100 on a test to know that. I'm proud to say that today I can confidently look you in the eye and tell you that I work hard, I'm proud of myself, and I'm enough. Thank you.